ne şekilde özgün çerçeveleriyle sağlıklı arıcılığın devrimsel teknolojisi konusunda bir sunum yapacak. Yes, Mr. Priyatelenko. 15 minutes, please.
Улей, который я разработал, он существенно не просто меняет параметры, какие-то там рамки, улей, он существенно изменяет саму, значит, даже, можно сказать, биологию, развитие, стойкость к болезням, ну и главное, что продуктивность пчелы. Значит, ну это, мы уже делали презентацию этого проекта на 43-м конгрессе Entomologist, но для того, чтобы показать, что это довольно сложный проект, я вам скажу такой, наверное, значит, пример, что, значит, вот золотую медальку меду получил на этом конгрессе господин, значит, доктор Fursov. Значит, это он с Австралии, ну, русского происхождения, как говорят. Он преподавал, значит, в этом самом, в ветеринарном заведении, институте, но после Entomologist уже закончилось, он звонит мне и говорит, что я вот поздно попала моя книжечка на эту тему, можно ли встретиться, потому что на следующий день он в 11 буквально улетает в Австралию. И он мне где-то поподчеркал вопросы, которые, и задавал где-то порядка 2 часов. Значит, я думаю, что вы должны понять, что, значит, мы сейчас постараемся за эти 10 минут вас заинтересовать, можно сказать. Ну, у нас есть, издает сейчас нас неплохо и Джон Филлипс в Англии, там он в своем ежеквартальном журнале уже не один десяток страниц посвятил этой теме. Я думаю, что мы ему там уже признательны, но, к сожалению, в Турции мы, так сказать, пока не ознакомились. Значит, ну, я думаю, что это что у нас впереди. Сейчас мой коллега, который оказывает помощь, значит, господин Фурсов, ну, сейчас изложит этот материал, но у него, так сказать, больше преподавательского опыта. Спасибо за внимание.
Ladies and gentlemen, my great pleasure to be here in Mugla Province in Turkey and to take this opportunity to make presentation for so honorable audience, because our Ukrainian delegation is more than 20 people came here. We were very happy to have Entomologist in Ukraine, in Kiev, and now we are here in APISLAVIA in Turkey. I would like to present here the presentation about our innovational beehive, which was discovered by this man, Vasyl Priyatelenko, really devoted Ukrainian beekeeper, because this is his 20 years experience of his discoveries and inventions. You know, all styles of beekeeping are very well known. This is log hives, wild nests, and different scams, which are well known all around the world. And this is just one page of Ukrainian publication in 1840, you know, more than 100 years, about 100 years ago. Different types of beehives, different, on the bottom, and on the bottom, this is beehive of Ukrainian beekeeper, Dr Viktor. This year we had a celebration of 200 years of invention of Ukrainian beehive with movable frames. And we are very happy that this movable framed beehive was invented in Ukraine by Petro Prokopovich, just even earlier than Lapistrov beehive and Dadan beehive. So you can discuss it, but that's true. You know, these are beehives of Lapistrov beehive, Dadan beehive, different variation. And this paper, you see, 100 years old. And this is Prokopovich beehive from museum and from original publication of Pokrovsky Zhuravko, Ukrainian writer, 100 years old. Ukrainian beekeeping, this old tradition, this over 1,000 years of tradition. You see here the picture of approximately 1500, so more than 500 years ago, old log hives, an honorable tradition of beekeeping. And these types, these are normal conventional beehives in Ukraine. These long beehives and these are multi-story beehives. But nevertheless, our beehive, or to be precise, Vasyl Priyatelenko beehive, has a lot of advantages. What is most interesting in beehive? This is advantages of technology. Beehive should be simple, price must be reasonable, it should be less labor costs, it should have conditions for healthy beekeeping, and of course important is the productivity of the profit. Profit after sale of honey and everything else. What is the structure of Vasyl Priyatelenko beehive? I will explain it. This beehive can be consisted from 3 parts. Okay, it can be 1-story beehive, 2-story beehive, and 3-story beehive. And I will show you the story, how it's developing. Well, this is 3-story beehive. You can say very simple. And 1-story beehive, very simple. No, it's not very simple. On the bottom, we have just a box with 8 frames, on the middle with 12 frames, and on the top 8 frames. And what else? You see, this is 1-story. You can touch it later, because I have frames here, so you can understand how this modification develops. So you can feel it yourself on your own eyes. And this is a picture of original apiary of Vasyl Priyatelenko. Actually, I'm a scientist, I'm a researcher, and he's a practical beekeeper. So I did this analysis of these advantages, and I found some of them which are unbelievably very important and very useful. For instance, these beehives were connected together, and we got a sleeping place for apitherapy. And that's the structure of beehive. You see, I calculated at least 7 different modifications, and I will explain you how it's working. These are 7 modifications. This is a roof, simple, inner corner, but this is plastic sheet and metal plate. On the top, I will show you. Of course, this is on the top, honey super, on the center, central hive body, then bottom hive body, and 4 entrances. Only 2 entrances are working. This one and on the bottom, they are working, and movable floor board with 10 centimeters high. And that's the structure of the same picture, just middle anatomy of our beehive. This is from our publication in Ukraine and in England. So I will tell you secrets of our beehive. So we are pleased to share these secrets with you. We are looking forward for your questions, comments, considerations, proposals. More questions, more interesting ideas for development of our beehive, and more ideas for its implementation in life. So, first modification, movable floorboard. That's on the bottom. Movable floorboard is not our invention, but we implied it in life, and we use it regularly on this beehive. So on the bottom, drones. This is drones brood. It will be developed when the whole brood is growing, and finally this part is open. So you can cut this part with drones brood and take it out of beehive. This is contraction, if you can look from down upward. Combs with drone brood, we just remove it. This is for prevention of swarming. This is a small piece of our technology. I will show you. What else? Second modification, inner cover on the frames. You see, this is the upper side of a beehive. We need to cover all frames by plastic sheet, and also we must cover it by special metallic sheet as well. Why? For condensation of water. You will say condensation is very bad. No, this is very natural condition, and it's very useful because we tested. It's not only our consideration. We tested it, that it's useful for development of our hive and for development of our honeybee colony. So you see, this is from the top. This is a cover by plastic sheet, and you will see here just very narrow top bars of our frame. And I will show how it's working. Okay, this is a metallic sheet. If you take it off, you can see here. You You can see here lines. This is propolis, because bees, where will they touch it? Actually, to the top bars, but nevertheless, it's very useful and very important for development of nest. And this is a picture of apiary and working Vasyl Priyatelenko in his apiary. So that's again a picture. You see, this is 12 frames in a central body hive and 8 frames in honey super and bottom hive, and plastic sheet which is covering. And well, and the most important part of our beehive, this is top N-shaped top bar. This is frame. You can say this is conventional, very common frame. No, it's N-shaped frame. 2 types of frames. One narrow tall and shallow wide. So one is narrow tall and shallow wide. And what is the most important? The top bar. You see here the top bar is metallic and it has N-shaped construction because it's not a plate. It has N shape. So this you can see here. This is a small part which is very important, but it's very tough construction. It's very stable. Durability is increased, and this construction is quite difficult to grow, even if all this frame will be with 2 or 3 kilos of honey. You can see here, this is metallic part, N-shaped metallic top bar. Okay, and as I said already, 2 types of modified frames. This narrow tall and shallow wide. And what else? You see here, Vasyl Priyatelenko in his apiary with all these 2 frames. These frames, and we use here actually conventional standard wax foundation. We don't change the size of frame, the size of foundation. We use it from the shop foundation. These are frames, and this is a foundation with the size which we use just from the shop. The size is indicated 280 and 435. Well, and this is just one of our frames with the brood part and with honey. So that's normal situation. But this type of frame is very useful not only for collecting of honey, for harvesting honey, but most important for development of brood nest. And I will show you what's going on. The next modification, this is a crosswise positioning of frames in hive body. As I showed you already, 3 hive bodies, and all frames in these 3 hive bodies, they are crosswise positioning. So their position is like this. On the top, on the super, this is in the central part, and the same again on the bottom. So they are crosswise positioning, and it's very useful for development again, development of honeybee colony. You see here on this picture. Here, this direction, and here just cross direction. Or just watch it here. So just for your consideration.
So it's last 3 minutes, please.
This position and just cross position. And what it gives, I will explain you. And again, next modification, there is no big space between these frames. Why? Because it's very important. We attach it all together without bee space. No bee space between these frames, and it's very important. Usually in different hive bodies were separated. At least 2 centimeters or 30 millimeters will be between them. So it's difficult sometimes for honeybee go to super or go down. So we're just making mistakes where to go. But if all these frames were connected, so it's giving just huge holistic architecture, united architecture of all beehive, here and here. And if you I will show you next picture. You see, this is cross position, no bee space, only 2-4 millimeters between frames. That's enough. And you say it will be difficult to take them off to different hive bodies. Nothing else. It's very easy to take them off, and we will receive just only 12 small points here. 12 works connections between frames, easy to take them off. And it gives, again, as I said to you, holistic architecture, holistic structure of honeybee colony. Again, we developed modified beekeeping technology for this beehive. It's very important how we can use it, how we take care about bees. You see, wintering should be in two types beehives, in one-story beehive and two-story beehive. For instance, here, one-story beehive. Okay? When we take it off in springtime, in May, in April.
Could you summarize it, please?
More quickly?
Yeah, please. In a few minutes, please.
Okay, here we take off just the two-story beehives, and for instance, again, two-story after overwintering. And the most important part, this is a harvesting. Harvesting will be going in 3 stories of beehive. Okay, we put next honey story on the top, and bees will collect honey only on the honey story. We will make honey brood only. We will make honeybee brood only in central and in bottom boxes. They will not go upward. You see here, we move different beehives in winter. And for wintering, of course, for wintering we take off honey super, and 2-story beehives or only 1-story beehive will go for wintering. And I said about advantages. This is reduction of costs for management. We reduce time for reorganizing of combs practically to minimum. There is no significant increases of diseases. It's going to be healthy beehive. This is reduction, complete avoidance of chemical treatment. It's healthy beehive. This colony developed very active, in very dynamic way. It's a reduction of swarming activity. This is guaranteed successful wintering. And finally, this increased honey harvest. Harvest over 50 or more beehive per one hive. And of course, as I said, this is simplicity of hive, reasonable price, low cost, good health, dynamic development, and high productivity. The reason of that, why you say, is simple. No, because when we construct this beehive, we make a model of honeybee colony nest in a hollow tree. We consider that this holistic united structure of beehive gives condition for natural development of honeybee nest, natural development of colony. It increases the efficiency of this, our artificial beehive, and efficiency of healthy condition. It's going to be like natural conditions for honeybees. And the results, you see, the harvesting is very good. The full frames with honey, full frames with honey, full honey stories. Yes, a lot of honey. As I said, 50 kilos per hive. Yes, full stories. And this is apiary. So, and we published it in different papers in England, in Ukraine. So these papers in England. So this in Ukrainian, English language. We published it before Apimonia in Ukrainian. And we got, Vasyl Priyatelenko got patent for this original, unique construction of inventional beehive. So that's our publication. And of course, we participated at Apimonia, so these pictures from Apimonia. So with all different beekeepers and very honorable people in Apimonia from different countries, and with Gillerati as well. And welcome to communicate. Thank you very much for your attention. And we have our contacts, we have here our poster, and we are here for this time, till the end of this Congress, and we will be very happy to communicate and discuss questions about our interesting, I guess, innovational beehive. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Professor Fursov. We are very happy to hear such a very interesting beehive. So I'm sure you will get quite a lot of questions during the workshops or during the evening sessions.
Thank you. So we did it for that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much indeed. Şimdi